I think we're gonna do this whole video in heart-to-heart fashion. I think that'll be nice. All right. This is for the ladies. Before I get to you ladies, I just want to handle one thing real quick. I'm going to try and be fast. You know how difficult that is for me? You're just going to have to bear with me. I'm also going to try and be vague. I know I'm being deliberately vague. But I don't want to call this person out specifically because I have no malice towards this person at all. None whatsoever. My last comment to him might have been a little biting, but it all comes from a place of love, right? Sometimes to get people to snap out of something, you gotta fucking smack them right across the face. I don't know. But I haven't tried that tactic yet, so I did it. Anyways, God, how do I even phrase this? I like when you guys give me stuff. Memes, always good. Fan art is always fantastic. Anything that's funny. I like watching what you guys think is funny. It makes me laugh because usually I think it's funny too. And sometimes I want to share that with everybody. And I get content out of it. You know what I mean? I don't take everything that everybody sends me and make a video on it because, Jesus, even with the subscribers I have now, I couldn't keep that pace. And I don't really get a whole lot of stuff, but I get enough. It comes in spurts. So, I'll get 20 fucking links, one day, and then nothing for like a week, and then 10 more links, like it's like that. People send me stuff in bunches, and then nothing for big spans. But it's always more when I get stuff than the spans last for. So I couldn't possibly do it. So I have to judge the value of the things that I get, right? And I don't like the idea of saying I just don't care about your topic. You know what I mean? But like, and I plan to do this, and I had teased this for months now that I was gonna do like a flat Earth video, right? There's a 2-hour long video of a guy who has like 200 different points that are really, when it comes down to it, it's 3 points, right? 3 points for why he thinks the fucking Earth is flat. And I was gonna do it. I was gonna group them together into the 3 actual points because he keeps making the same points but with various scenarios. You know what I mean? If you fly this way and you're going east-west, then why does it take you the same amount of time as if you went west to east if the Earth is rotating under you? And then it's that's reason 5. And reason 143 is, if you shoot a cannonball straight up in the air, why does it land straight on fucking cannon? Why does it go over here? It's the same fucking thing, different scenarios. You know what I mean? Why is it that the atmosphere also moves with the Earth? Who knows? Why is it that it happens that way in a car? Fun little experiment for you guys. And I actually went out there with James. James drove me in his car, and I had a ball, and I tossed the ball up in the air and caught it, and tossed the ball up in the air and caught it, and kept trying to get a nice, even toss. It's impossible to do when you're driving in a car, even on the freeway, unless you have a closed fucking road, which we didn't have. So we're trying to do this on the freeway. I figured he could get at a good constant rate of speed, but we were also doing it at about 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So that didn't work. But I did wind up getting what I think could be workable shit. Anyways, I can't be fucked to do it now. There's just too many other things going on that I give more of a shit about, that are less ridiculous to me. Like, I handle some ridiculous shit. The flat Earth is too ridiculous even for me. Because I just can't do it. I'll wait till the next time Tucker has one on, and me and Tucker will laugh at him about it. I'll pretend it's another collaboration. Whatever. You know what I mean? Like, I can't fucking take it seriously. I can't take it serious, because the earth is fucking round. If for no other reason than the simple fact that you are talking about thousands of people over the span of decades that are keeping up this charade at the expense of trillions of dollars. You've got to be kidding me. The simple fact that there hasn't been one person that's legitimately come out and said, look, I'm Neil Armstrong and this shit's flat. Come on. Really? Thousands of people have to keep that secret and have been successful at it for decades. The magnitude of the ridiculousness of that. And if you're not smart enough to think that direction, I don't know what to tell you. If you're sitting there going, fuck, that had never occurred to me. Come on. You need to examine the world at a larger picture scale. You know what I mean? Like, it's just think it takes work. It takes work to seriously think about it from another perspective than like a me-centric one. I could see how they could have totally duped me. Yeah, of course. They could totally dupe one person if they wanted to. Indefinitely. Because it would be one person doing it. You know what I mean? It wouldn't take thousands of people and trillions of dollars to dupe one person. Of course you could be duped. Of course I could be duped. But to dupe the world. Come on. Like, they shoot everything underwater. You can see the bubbles. I don't know what the bubbles are. I never bothered to fucking look into seeing what the bubbles actually are. But come on. The amount of money that it takes to do that, why? Why? What possible purpose? What possible purpose could there be? I can't think of one. Like, I can't think of a good enough reason to waste that much energy into doing something. And so much of the world is doing it. Anyways, so sometimes you guys send me that sort of thing, alright? And it's something along those lines, where it's equally as ridiculous for pretty much the same reason. And I gotta sit there and go, if you can't understand why that's ridiculous, I can't help you. Like, apparently nothing I can say is gonna help you. Because you're watching what you're showing me and thinking it's great. And I'm looking at it going, what? So anyways, I have precious little time now. I have a job. And it sucks that I have two jobs and they both take up all my time. Because one I enjoy doing, so I allow it to take up as much time as I possibly can because I encourage that. And the other one I despise, but it takes up fucking 9 hours of my day pretty much no matter what. So, what are you gonna do? I gotta expend my energy on the stuff that I know isn't gonna just make me laugh the whole time and not even want to bother, because it's like, dude, it doesn't have to melt steel. It doesn't have to melt it. It just has to soften it. Buildings will fall with soft steel. That's why they use steel, because it's so rigid. Like, and I watched a really good documentary. I love documentaries, so if you send me documentaries, I'm probably gonna want to give it the time that I feel it deserves, right? I watched a documentary about, 9/11 people that think that it was an inside job. It was all Bush, right? It was them going head to head with scientists, right? And the scientists were breaking it down with like science and shit. And these kids, for their section, they sit around a table and go, "Well, I don't even know what he's talking about here." And I'm like, because he's talking over your head doesn't mean he's talking bullshit. Like, come on. It was ridiculous to watch. And the kids walked away going, "Man, you didn't convince me." And I'm like, how the fuck? And the science dudes were just like, I don't even know what to say to that. Like, it was insanity. So, certain things you tell me and you say you should look into this, and I just go, nah, I'm not going to waste my time. Because it's fucking nonsense on the face of it. So, yeah. And that's the reason why I say, you sent me that, and I gave it as much time as I felt it deserved, and I can't take you seriously anymore. Like, and I told, he hates when I bring it up, but we've laughed about it before. So, fuck it. It's really my only example. But the guy that sent me the Democratic National Platform as proof of all the amazing things that the Democrats are doing for Americans. And I'm like, well, that's what they're telling you. Like, I could be murdering somebody going, they fucking asked me to do it. Really? And that's good enough? Come on. So, yeah, like, certain things like that, and I go, dude, I can't take you seriously after that. Like, and I'll still look at your stuff. I will. But don't put the title in. If you want me to actually look at it, don't put the title of the video in the comment, because it's going to ruin it for me. I won't actually have to take the time to put the effort in to actually go to the link. Because the earth is round. and certain things happen. They just happened. What are you going to do? They happened. Everything I've heard, and you're not the first person that's told me. You know what I mean? You're not the first person that's told me that they think the earth is flat and that I should really watch this because it's so definitive. You're the 50th person. Behind me. I've already looked into all this stuff. Myself. Just for fun. Because I'm bored. And I sit and watch YouTube all day. I've looked at this shit, man. No. So don't think that I'm blowing you off because I just don't even want to bother to educate myself. It isn't that. It's because I'm already educated and I don't care. Because I already know what's up. Yeah. I don't know. It's funny. Like, I lost a lot of subscribers with the Twitter rant. And, yeah. That was fun to see happen. Because I'm like, well, I can think of this one of two ways. I can go, oh no, what am I going to do? And freak out. Or I can go, well, those were people that obviously we're going to get pissed off at something I said or did somewhere along the line down the road. So now they've left, and that's sad for me. I love all of you. I want you all to stay. I want you all to voice your opinions to me. I want you all to give me your opinions. I do. Don't always expect I'm going to take it equally. But I want to hear what you have to say, especially if it's about something I have to say. Because if you have a response to what I'm saying, that's the fucking reason I'm saying it. You know, like, I'm not entirely, I love when you guys agree with me, but I'm not looking for that. I know what I said. You know what I mean? It's cool to read those comments. I like the validation, but I'm not making the video for you. I'm making the video for you, but I'm not making the video for you. You know what I mean? I'm making the video for you to watch so that you can enjoy it. because it's something that you believe and it's something you agree with, and maybe I'm giving it a different spin that's more helpful for you to make your argument. That could be the scenario. I buy that. So, but, I said it. So, I'm looking for the people that disagree with me. Because those are the people that I want to hear from. Because they might have a perspective on it that might make me go, eh. And you guys also relay to me when you're not quite getting what I'm trying to say or do. And I can adjust. Like with today's Heart to Heart. That we will get to in one moment. Fuck me. 15 minutes. I said I was going to make it short. Anyways. Look. I want to hear you guys. I want to hear you guys out. I do. But if you're going to bring up something that I've been through. And I just don't even... There's nothing that can be said to convince me. Because I absolutely just know it's true. I've been through this, and I know it's true. I just know it's true. And I've heard all of the arguments for these sorts of things. So when I dismiss them out of hand, it isn't because I'm taking you not seriously. It's because I don't take the issue seriously because I've been through it. And I've already decided this is fucking fact. This is just reality. This is how it works. It's not worth questioning anymore. Right? I'm not going to harp on the same shit over and over again because I waste too much time doing it. Anyways. So, I do take you guys seriously. I do take you all seriously. And I like reading your comments. I love when you disagree with me. If you have a disagreement with me, please feel free to voice it to me. You can unsubscribe if you want. That's fine. But just as a leaving gesture, fill out the survey. Whatever. What is it that we said or did that upset you so much that you wanted to leave? And then that way I can see it, hopefully. And I can then know, where you're coming from at least, so that I can say, well, this is my perspective on it. And if you still continue to feel this way, God bless. I don't want to waste your time. I know what time is. It's precious. And I don't want to waste your time. If you're not going to enjoy my content, a certain aspect of it, man, don't waste your time. I try my best to be as upfront as possible about what the video is and the title and the thumbnail. I do. I really do. Sometimes I like to get playful with it. And that's the times when it's not really a serious subject to me. It's just more exasperating or ridiculous. Like yesterday's video with boobs. And here we go, ladies. Like yesterday's video with the boobs. I just called it boobs. And I got the picture of the two lemons. Cause you can't really just, I'm not gonna go so far as, that's too clickbaity even for me. Boobs with the lemons, as far as I'm concerned, that is conveying the satirical nature of what follows. Right? Let me get a drink real quick. Sexy. We'll do this like a live stage act. I'll riff through the water drink. I wish I was a ventriloquist. I'm going to leave that pre-unscrewed in case I need another drink. Because my throat is very dry. And I'm talking a lot. And I plan to talk a lot more. But anyways. So, I may have inadvertently picked up a feminist or two along the way. It might be because I've spent so much time in kind of the drama trash bin. You know what I mean? Like, I've been bouncing around from drama trash bin to drama trash bin. I've gotten away from my true roots. Even with Riley and the whole trans thing. Even when I say going back to the roots and I tease Riley, that's not even really my roots. My roots, ladies, for those of you who are new, my roots are very anti-feminist. And I've picked up a couple feminists, I think. And, I value you. I do. I value your perspective. Because it is your perspective, specifically, that I need to deconstruct for you in a way that you can rationalize it to yourself and understand what I'm trying to tell you. Right? I'm not anti-feminist because I'm anti-women. Right? I'm not. I'm very pro-women. I like women. And I understand when I say it like that, you understand my meaning. You know what I mean? I like women. For the most part, the women that I've interacted with in my life, see, this is delicate, have been of a certain mentality. Yeah, that sounds good. You can see Jesse in the back, right? By Andy. You can see Jesse in the back, right? Everybody can see Jesse in the back? Good. Because I want Jesse to distract you as much as possible. He's very cute. So, what was I saying? Yeah, a certain mentality. And that mentality, as far as I can boil it down to, has been arrogance. Like unbridled arrogance. You know what I mean? Some of the things that I've seen women do and heard women say, that, sexist as it may sound, no man would do or say, because it could possibly be life-threatening. I've seen girls hit motherfuckers with beer bottles and then scream at them like they were assholes. Because these are new shoes, and the beer got all over my shoes. Are you fucking kidding me? Bitch hit him with a fucking beer bottle, spilling the contents of the beer on her shoes, and then yelled at him because they were new, and he had ruined them. Like, the shit I've seen some women do. And walk away from unscathed, right? It's awe-inspiring. There was a girl that was pestering me in a bar once, kept wanting to start a conversation with me, and I'm like, I'm being cordial, but I'm very closed off, and I'm watching the TV because I just wanted to watch the show on TV, and she kept wanting to talk to me, and I would, blow her off as nice as possible. And then she got into, you're so mean. And I went into the whole, because women are just arrogant sometimes. And I don't know. And I said it like that because I wanted to end the discussion. I didn't want it to continue. It was a mistake on my part. Last time I ever made that mistake, really. Publicly. Except now. She launched into this whole story about, this whole event, and I'm not even going to get into it. It was essentially, she saw a guy hitting a girl outside of a bar, so she went up and started hitting him, and she was fine with doing that because she knew that the two bouncers were right behind her because they were walking her to her car. And that was her story. That was her response to me saying that women are arrogant. Two bouncers were walking her to her car, so she felt she was fine just running up and attacking a guy. Now, not defending the guy. Fucking asshole. He was hitting his girlfriend. Those two bouncers should have beat the shit out of him and had him arrested. Right? more arrested than beat the shit out of. Things happen when you're breaking up a scuffle. Sometimes people land hard. You know, shit happens. I am a man of the world. I understand these things. But, you know, you don't beat the shit out of them. You stop the engagement and you see that it's handled by the proper authorities. Right? That's what you should do. But there was no reason for her to run into it to start beating on this dude. Because then what's going to happen? He's probably going to hit her. You know what I mean? And now it's because she's attacking him at that point. So, but he's going to hit her because he's proved that he's a shithead enough that he doesn't mind hitting a woman. So if some girl just runs up and just starts beating on him, he's going to fucking hit her back. You know what I mean? She could have said, "Hey, bouncers, get that guy, you know, do your job." That is their job. Stop fights in and around the bar. Parking lot counts, you know. So, yeah. Like, and I'm sitting there going, the arrogance of that story. Just like, I don't know. I think it's natural for a lot of women to just get into that mindset because it's, you know, it's our society. It's our patriarchy that we treat women like they're special, and you don't hit them because that's bad, and you don't rape them because that's bad, and you don't do anything bad to them because that's bad. Because it's bad. But, you know, sometimes it's fine if you hit a guy because fucker deserved it, you know. And guys get raped. Well, that's almost humorous, right? Because we're just sexual monsters that can't but help ourselves. You know what I mean? Well, I'd love to get raped by that chick. Dude, getting raped ain't fun, I imagine. No matter what chick is doing it. Because it's not like they're all just gonna suck you off. It isn't real. Porn isn't real life, dude. They stick things in your butt. More often than not. Like, it's not as funny as you think it would be, I imagine. Just saying. So, yeah, like, we have a lot of double standards. And we don't hear so much from feminists about the equality part of the equality. We don't hear so much about the male double standards. That, you know, listen and believe is an insane concept on the face of it. Why? Just because it's a woman? That's equality. Listen and believe. That's a lot of power. My word is ultimate truth all the time, as long as I'm saying this one horrible thing about somebody else. Whether it happened or not. Shit has to be proven. You can't just say something happened and everybody's just supposed to go, "Oh, okay." Only a very arrogant person would even consider that. Like, what? Flip it around the other way. We should listen and believe victims because they're victims. Fair enough. But if you were falsely accused of something, that would also make you a victim. Yes? So, do we also listen to and believe the men when they say, "I swear I didn't do it"? Where's their listen and believe? The honor system all the time, I guess. If a woman comes out and says, "You raped me," then we gotta listen and believe. And then the guy has to, of course, say, "Well, yeah, I did." Because it's honor system, right? We're all just telling the truth here. And it's harmful ideas. These are harmful things to put into the heads of young people. Because young people are stupid. And they're going to do stupid things. And if you give them an inch, they will put you in jail for 6 years for no reason. Because you broke up with them. You know what I mean? Like, there's certain precedents that should have never been set. If we ever wanted true equality. And, you know what I mean? Every time a girl gets hit, everybody goes, oh, you hit a girl. And, you know, feminism wants equality. Well, if a girl hits a guy, nobody gives a shit. Everybody goes, right? Because it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt as much as you think it does. It doesn't hurt as much as you hope it does. Like, whenever you slap a guy, whenever you drunkenly slap a dude, and he's not fazed by it, it's because it didn't faze him. He's not playing it up. Just saying. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. I think we need to keep our logical heads. I understand that it's a horrible crime. It's a violation that shouldn't be tolerated. I don't think we're harsh enough on rapists. But I don't think we're harsh enough on rapists. And if you're going to do what I have in mind for rapists, you better fucking have a rapist that you're handing over to me to do that to. Because if I do that to an innocent man, so that's the way I kind of think about it. What would I do to somebody that I knew was a rapist? If I could do whatever I wanted to, you know, repercussion free. I go into a magic room where there's no cameras and nobody sees what happens, and then a blind person comes in and cleans up, and they didn't see anything and they don't know what it was they cleaned up. Right? Like, didn't see it, didn't hear it, don't know. I just cleaned the room. That better be a guilty person. You know what I mean? So it's irksome to me when I hear these kind of ideas put forward. And yeah, that's the reason why a lot of us harp on those particularly bad ideas. Because the good shit in feminism it's good. We don't make videos about shit that we really, really agree with all the time. Because sometimes it's a no-brainer. The earth is round. I think we should be held equal to women. I do. But I want all you ladies to understand what I mean when I say by that. I mean that we should all be held equal. Right? Nobody should hit anybody for any reason. Unless somebody is attacking you first. You hit somebody to defend yourself. Fine with that. But nobody should be hitting anybody for any reason. No man should hit a woman. No woman should hit a man. No woman should hit a woman. No man should hit a man. I shouldn't have to say that. Like, because that's not only a no-brainer, but equality. But you don't hear that a lot. You hear a lot of, you shouldn't hit girls. It's you shouldn't hit people, but you shouldn't hit girls. It's stressed. You shouldn't hit girls. Because sometimes the dude deserves it. You know? But yeah. So a lot of the modern day feminism, I think, is harmful. It's a lot of blowing things out of proportion. It's a lot of lies. Statistics that are just grossly misrepresented. Some that are just made up. And they just continue. The wage gap. Like, it's been debunked so many times by so many people, feminists included, that it's insanity that we even continue to talk about it. Because it's just not true. no matter how many times you want to say it, you don't make less money than us for the same job. But that's what's harmful about it. It continues to feed itself because the shit works into your head that is the truth, and and these are the things you bicker about. You don't complain about all the men that are getting killed in industry jobs, construction and factory work, things of that nature, production work. You don't complain about the 99% ratio of men to women in those fields, do you? Whereas all the women need to be sanitation workers, gals out there. Yeah, you don't see that a lot. STEM fields. I got into feminist studies so that I could complain that there aren't enough women taking STEM classes in college. Some of the most arrogant, asinine shit I've ever seen in my life. It's infuriating to me because it's so stupid just on the face of it. See, it all feeds into itself. It's so silly on the face of it, but it keeps being said, and people keep talking about it. And every time somebody talks about it, I'm like, ugh. And that's why I'm in the dumpsters. That's why I'm in the trash. Because I've done it. And I don't know. The boobs video, of all videos, that would be the one that would make me so reflective. The boobs video made me reflective. Because I got a couple of comments that I was kind of like, you must be new. Because I've done these videos before. The thing was mentioned essentially about catcalling, right? Here's where we get into the multimedia part of the heart to heart. Something was mentioned about catcalling. This is going to be a long video. Jesus. Something was mentioned about catcalling. They're tired of being oogled. It's so stressful being oogled all the time, right? And it kind of made me laugh. And I thought about it while I was at work. It was chaos at work today. I was thinking about it while I was at work. And I decided I wanted to run a little experiment. And I oogled everybody at work today. Everybody. I stared at everybody. Men, women, didn't matter. I oogled everybody. Right? And there was only 2 people that even noticed that I was oogling them, right? And they were both younger girls, right? Now, very small sample size, but a very diverse sample size. We have multiple races and genders and ethnicities. All sorts of various people, heights and weights and whatnot. But only out of everybody, only the 2 younger girls even noticed. And I thought that was kind of funny, because that made me hypothesis, hardly definitive, made me hypothesize that younger girls maybe are less likely to be busier at work. You know what I mean? Like they're less likely to be really concentrated. They're more looky-loos at what all's going on, right? So if somebody walks by, they're going to notice. People that are working hard and concentrating on work, you walk by them over and over and over again, back and back, and they won't even fucking notice because they're fucking working. But the looky-loos, they're all looking around. And so, the younger, more attractive girls happen to be the ones that noticed. I was oogling them today, and I hope I don't get in trouble. I don't think I will, because I was just really doing it a little bit. But yeah, so I don't know. It made me kind of think, like, not to victim blame, Jesus, but I need a cigarette to calm my nerves for this one because I'm going off the rails, ladies. Woo, it's gonna get interesting here. Alright, so the comment made me want to say, because I handled catcalling way back in the day. I was dipping my toes in the water with catcalling. I think that was legitimately my first, that was my first actual critique of like a feminist topic. It was my first real critique video of any sort. It's the genesis of this whole thing you're watching now, right? And I did catcalling because I thought it was goofy enough that I couldn't get into too much trouble. But the comment made me want to re-examine it, which is why I say, please bring to me your disagreements. I want to see it. But it made me think to myself. I run the numbers, running the scenarios, right? This person is complaining about being oogled all the time. I can't tell from the picture what they look like, because I can't believe any picture that anybody puts up on YouTube. I'm a sad little dog. Like, that's my picture on YouTube. I am not actually a sad puppy, and I certainly don't look like that. I would have a far bigger snout. I'm a sad puppy that grows up into a real big dog. Anyways, so it made me wonder, or hypothesize rather, that this person must be an attractive girl, right? There must be some sort of feature on her that is attractive, right? Now, when I'm out, usually it's around, work time. I leave to go to work, I work, and then I come home. If I stop anywhere along the way, I'm in my work clothes. This is what I look like in my work clothes. Right? So, that's me in my work clothes. Not a fashion plate. Probably nobody's gonna oogle me a whole lot, right? And I imagine that if this most likely attractive girl was wearing the same outfit I'm wearing, big baggy dirty green shirt, big baggy dirty pants, and fucking ripped up steel toe shoes with a nasty sweaty hat on backwards, unshaved for weeks, years, like, nobody's oogling that girl, no matter how cute she is, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I have to wonder, when you're being oogled so much, how are you dressed? Now, when I'm not at work, when I'm actually in, like, going out, to do things clothes, I look like this. That's not a joke. I'm not laughing. That's what I look like when I go out. Fucking, if it's warm, I got shitty gym shorts with a fucking big baggy t-shirt, hat on backwards, flip-flops. That's me. Every day, all day long. I am not a fashion plate. Like, nobody's oogling me, right? And I'm also not all that attractive. Like, I don't have a fantastic body or any of that. I got a gut. I know. Whatever. And, I just, other people say I'm attractive. I don't get it. So, whatever. I'm not getting oogled a whole lot. So I can't really, sympathize, but I can empathize. I can see that if you're noticing that people are always looking at your tits. If somebody was always looking at my dick, like if everywhere I went people were staring at my dick, that would make me pretty self-conscious of my dick. I'm not going to lie to you. Yeah. But if I display my dick in any manner that draws attention to it, I got to assume people are going to look. Right? So, if you got a great ass, and you go out in fucking ass accentuating jeans, people are going to look at your ass. If you got nice titties, and you go out in a low cut top, people are going to look at your titties. And men are going to do it because we're very visually stimulated. It's how we work. You ladies, you're very emotionally stimulated. You want to talk, and you want to bond, and you want to do all that kind of stuff. And we're not always opposed to that, but we're not always in favor of it. And we always want to look at you, and touch you, and feel you, and do things to you. And with you, but mostly to you. Because that's, for the most part, how the greater portion of us just are. Because whenever we get a girl, we're so jazzed to get a girl, we want to live it up as much as we can. And then when we had enough, that's what it's like. And some of us can figure out a way to stick around. Some of us just can't. It is what it is. But some of us are also not, continuing to be interesting. Just saying. Like, when you get into a routine, not all of us are happy with that. Some of us want to mix it up. And some of us don't always want to be around you all the time. Because shit gets tiring after a while. And so there has to be an understanding from both sides of what's going on. Right? Now, I'm not saying you should walk around in a burqa. But if you don't want to be oogled, I would say that's a guaranteed way to have it happen. Maybe not so much in America. You're probably going to get stared at in America if you're wearing a burqa. But just throwing that out there. Another good alternative would be a fucking big baggy sweater and big baggy sweatpants. With your hair tied back and no makeup. Most likely, nobody's going to stare you up and down that way. Because there really isn't a whole lot to stare up and down. Throw on some sunglasses if you have really pretty eyes. Maybe throw on a hat if you just can't help but be beautiful even without makeup. I don't know. But there are things you can do to guarantee that you won't be oogled as much as possible. Now, if you go into a bank dress like that, you're probably going to get stared at. You know what I mean? It's situational. You got to understand it from everybody's angle. I get it. I understand that if everybody was looking at my dick as I was walking down the street, that'd be uncomfortable. But I'm also not going to walk down the street with my dick out. Because then, everybody's going to look at my dick. And I don't want to feel that discomfort, so I keep it locked away. Right? I don't know. I don't know. It's just the concerns. It's very arrogant, ladies. Everybody looks at my titties, and when you can clearly see my titties. Yep. That's what happens. And, sorry, I look too. I try to be as... I have a really good peripheral vision. Can I say that? I have a really good peripheral vision. I don't have to look directly at the boobies. I can see what's going on, and I can fill in the blanks where needed. Smooth the fuzzy edges, so to speak. I try to be polite as much as I can, though. You know what I mean? Some guys just can't fucking help themselves. And it's not an excuse. It's not a valid excuse at all. It's just fucking why. You know? It doesn't have to be an excuse. It can just be the reason. Guys are fucking stupid. And for whatever reason, a lot of guys think that that's like flattering to girls. Because a lot of girls are flattered by that. A lot of girls like getting checked out. A lot of girls go out dressed up because they want to get checked out. It happens. And so we get into an arrogant phase of it where we think our lingering gaze is the desire of every woman. You know, hey, we're all stupid. In our own ways, we're all stupid. We all don't fucking think about it from the other person's perspective. But, you know, I work with two younger girls, and they're very nice girls. Love them to death. Very helpful, wonderful. And they walk around in yoga pants. And, you know, I try not to stare because I try to stay focused on my work. But I'm a looky-loo. I look at the people. And, you know, I have really good peripheral vision. That's all I can say. I don't know. I try to be as respectful as possible to everybody but when you're sitting there for 8 hours and all you're watching is an extrusion line work, you know, sometimes check out butts. I don't know. It's not right. I know it's not right. But fucking it happens. I can't always control what my eyes focus on for a second. You know what I mean? Like that's really my take on it. Like I get that it's shitty. I get that it probably sucks for you. And I understand that I am a drop in a flood. And I do it. And I'm the 50th person that's done it to you that day. And you're going to have 50 more before you get home. I understand that too. That's why I said I try to be as respectful as I possibly can. But I cannot help what my eyes settle on when I'm just glancing about. You know, when you're walking down the street, you're glancing around at people. You don't want to hit anybody. You don't want to just walk. I'm fucking just sit like this, fucking walk into somebody. So you look at the people. And I can't help what part of you it is that my eyes settle on when I'm looking at general people. You know, when I'm generally looking at a person. You know, if a dude's walking down the street with a bright red tie, if I look in his general direction to just make sure I'm not hitting him, I'm probably going to stare directly at the bright red tie. If you got great tits, I'm probably going to look at your tits. And also, that's a combat thing. Oh, that just occurred to me. That's a combat thing. When you talk to fighters and you say, what is it that you watch to help you predict what your opponent's going to do? They'll tell you to watch the shoulders. Because you can, those subtle movements. And that's why they do this shit so much. They're fucking always... That's why they do that. It's to throw that shit off. Because everybody's watching their chests. You watch their eyes. They're focused on their chests. So generally, that's where it's all excuses. None of them are good, but I get it. I just can't help it. I enjoy looking at beautiful things. I like looking at things that appeal to me. Women appeal to me. And I think I speak on behalf of all the men that are oogling you when I say you probably would appeal to me too. You know what I mean? Like, so, yeah. I don't know. I come at it from a very realistic perspective. I'm a pragmatist. I run the numbers. I take the effort to run the numbers. I go through the scenarios. And I get it. I get your argument. That sucks. But I just don't ever see anything happening about it. Because fashion's going to be what fashion's going to be. And girls' fashion is generally tight and displayative. Whatever. It shows off your assets. It shows off what you're working with. Because that's what ladies' fashion is. And if you're putting on something that's tight and that shows off what you got, and you're expecting that everybody's just going to not look at you, it's a tad bit unrealistic. You know? And that's probably why it varies from day to day. Because I've heard some people say that, you know, some days nothing. And then other days everybody's looking at me. You know? I know this is a touchy thing to say, but what are you wearing on those days? On the days where nobody's paying any attention to you, are you wearing like baggy jeans and a coat? And then the days where people are looking at you, are you wearing tight jeans and not a coat? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't know what to say. If you go out in a raincoat, probably nobody's going to be looking at your tits because you're wearing a raincoat. They'll look at your legs. You know what I mean? I don't know. There's just so many wonderfully appealing things to the female form. I like women. I do. I just think you're arrogant. I think the way that feminists come at most of their perspectives on most of the things that they talk about, I think it's just arrogance. There's really no better way to explain it. That's my take on it. It's arrogance. But I mean, I get the whole equality thing. I just, wish it could be equal across the board. We've got a problem with divorce laws. Men are fucked in divorces. 9 times out of 10. I get that there are times when it happens the other way. And it shouldn't happen the other way either. Nobody should be absolutely fucked in a divorce. A guy shouldn't make $100,000 a year and live a shittier lifestyle than me because he had a divorce. You know what I mean? Like, that's fucked up. And no woman should be just thrown out on the fucking street. I get that too. But, get a job. And when you get a job, you're on your own. Welcome to adulthood. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Feminists want equality for more them than anybody else. It's the way it works. And they can never really get their story straight. Some of them think porn is awesome because it's so empowering. Some of them think porn is terrible because it's exploitation. Which side should I be on again? You know what I mean? It's feminist. So I hope for the feminists that are new to the audience, I hope you'll stick around. I do, because like I said, I look at it from a realistic perspective. I try to look at every angle. I do, and I get it. I do, but there's some shit that just isn't true. And there's some shit that you just gotta go through. I go through it too. You know how badly I would like to have somebody check me out? It'd be sweet. I had one girl one time. I walked into the bar and I was walking down towards the bathroom because I had to take a wicked shit. So it was a funny time to have this happen. But I had to shit bad. So I'm fucking walking with purpose. And this girl looked over at me and she looked at me and she went, oh. And I was like, it was the coolest thing in the world. And I got to sit there and take that shit and think about that chick checking me out and be like, I wonder what she'd think if she saw me now or smelled this. You know what I mean? Like, that's the way I think about it. But yeah, it's happened to me once. I've only ever been checked out once. By a woman. Gay guys like me. I don't know what it is. Gay guys love me. I don't know why. I don't know what it is that's so appealing about me to gay guys, but gay guys love me. And that's not a bad thing. I'm very flattered. I don't mind the gay guys are attracted to me. I'm not gonna fuck them, but you know, it's my preference. my cissexism, or no, that would just be sexism. Anyways, but yeah, I just wanted to give you guys an hour-long talk to show you how important it is. It's very important to me. I want to keep you guys around. I don't want you to watch my videos and go, well, this guy's not a feminist, I don't like him. I want you to go, this guy's not a feminist. And I'm going to either convince him to be so, or he's going to convince me to not. That's the way I want you to go into this. Ladies, I want to keep you. I do. I want to hear what you have to say. I want to hear your disagreements. I want to hear your grievances. Because I can't come up with every perspective on my own. I need to have your help. I need you guys here. Those of you who disagree, most of all. But those of you who do agree, don't just agree in the comments. Give me something. You know what I mean? Tell me a scenario and why you agree. You know, something like that. Don't just be like, yeah, exactly. Unless that's all you got. In this case, it's nice to hear that too. I don't know. It's like, I have things that I like to hear, and I don't want it to sound like I don't want to hear those things. But I have things that I want to hear, and I need to hear, and I thirst for. I want feedback from you guys. I want input. You know, I want to know what you think about what I'm saying. Because it's the discussion that's going to heal the rift. It's the discussion that's going to make us all get on the same page. If we all just sit here and go, well, I don't agree with that guy because he made one video I disagree with, so I'm just going to go. That's fine, you know, if that's what you want to do, God bless. But I'd rather you tell me why you think that way, so that I can either clarify for you the point that I'm making, or I can maybe phrase it in a way where you understand that it's not personal. You know, it's not always personal. It isn't always personal. I don't know any of you. I mean, I know a lot of you, but I don't know a lot of you. A lot more of you I don't know. And it's not personal. These are just my thoughts on the subject. Yeah. I don't know. This was kind of fun. I enjoyed this. It was fun. Probably won't do this a lot. Because I don't know. I don't often have this much to wax philosophic over. But yeah, I don't know, because I think we're gonna probably be going back into the feminism stuff soon, because more of it's starting to build up, and it's getting old. I'm getting some stale feminism videos. But yeah, so I'm probably gonna start going into feminism stuff pretty soon, and I'm starting to notice a lot of feminists in the crowd, and I wanted to prepare you guys. It isn't personal, and I want you to give me feedback. I want a discourse. I do. It's so difficult for me to go back and forth. You know what I mean? It's really tough for me to go back and forth. If it's something that you feel that much about, I provide multitudes of ways to get in contact with me, Twitter and stuff like that. You always have, if you want it, you always have a direct access way to get to me, right? And I talk to people a lot because I enjoy it. I enjoy hearing from you guys. So if you got something you want to say to me, make sure I understand, make sure I get it, and make sure I hear your retort to my response, because a lot of the times I can't. And if it's that important to you, make sure I get it. Because if you think you can really enlighten me in some way, I want it. I want to be enlightened by you. But I want you to understand that most likely you're not going to tell me something I haven't heard before. You are a person in a long line of people that I have been talking to over the past couple of months, at the very least. And since, I don't know, greater consciousness, I don't know, my teenage years, I've always discussed this kind of stuff, feminism and these kinds of things, because I see what goes on in the world around me. I'm paying attention to more than just how it affects me. You know what I mean? So, yeah, and I see injustice everywhere. And it's arrogance to just be like, well, this is my problem. And it's like, well, this is my problem. And it's like, oh, well, shit. This is it. So, yeah, I don't know. Women and children first. You know, I'm going to die on the boat so that all you ladies can leave. I don't know how happy I am about that. That's not equality. You know what I mean? Nobody's complaining about that. So, but I definitely think feminism had its need. Yes, absolutely. There was a time when things were just not equal, and it was not cool. And now things, for the most part, are. There's always going to be lingering shit, but there's just always going to be shitty people. You know what I mean? And titties are always going to look good. So that's all I can say. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it didn't offend you too much. And I hope that you didn't hear me at any point say that rape was okay. 'Cause God knows sometimes I wonder what you guys are hearing when I talk.
you.